Welcome to Garrett Green Gaming. This is Garrett Green, and today I want to talk about Forza Horizon coming to PlayStation. Oh my, how the turntables. Oh boy, oh boy. Um, Sorry Xbox, this is not a great day for Xbox players, I would think. If I were a mainline Xbox player, I would not be happy today. Um, yeah, this is one of Xbox's big franchises, Forza Horizon, um, and it's coming to PlayStation. PlayStation 5 this spring. It was just tweeted out the other day. So there it is, and this isn't the first game Xbox has ported to PlayStation. Last year there was the big four game announcement by Phil Spencer, and then PlayStation got Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, and Grounded. And now like Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation this spring, and Doom: The Dark Ages is also coming to PlayStation day one along with Xbox. So this is what Xbox is doing now. They bought $80 billion worth of publishers, and they don't want to keep games exclusives. They don't want to keep games exclusive, and that's where we're at. I don't like it as someone who's a console fan and wants consoles to exist going forward. This is a bad sign for the Xbox console because let's be real. What reason is there to own an Xbox now? Because PCs are not Xboxes as much as they want to say that. Phones are not Xboxes. An Xbox is an Xbox. And I'm worried there won't be an Xbox console in the next generation. But that's really kind of another story for another day. Let's talk about Forza Horizon, because I've heard a lot of Xbox people, they like to say like the three pillars of Xbox: Halo, Gears, and Forza. And Forza's going to PlayStation. It's no longer a pillar of the Xbox, I guess you would say. Um, it might be getting worse for them or better depending on your outlook. Jez Corden for Windows Central has claimed that Halo Master Chief Collection's coming to PlayStation soon. It's going to be announced soon, so that'll be even bigger of a story and chaos, I guess you could say. And the perspective I want to look at it mostly is from the Xbox player standpoint. I just kind of mentioned it. Like, why would you own an Xbox now? If you're an Xbox owner, how are you feeling right now that you are losing all of your big exclusives? I mean, people can say, "Hey, like, what does it matter to you? You're not losing games. You're not losing games. You still get to play those games." But let's be real. Like, PlayStation gets their exclusives, Nintendo gets their exclusives. If I'm an Xbox fan, I would want exclusives as well. And I own an Xbox, so I want Xbox to have its own exclusives. I bought Xbox for Starfield, to play Starfield. I bought Xbox to play some games with my brother too, who owns an Xbox. So I want Xbox to have exclusives. I want a reason to own an Xbox. But for PlayStation owners, like, geez, man, like, you get everything now. You get all the great games. You get the best console with the PS5 Pro, the most powerful console. You got your own exclusives coming this year. My favorite game of the last 5-10 years for PlayStation, it was Ghost of Tsushima, and we're getting the Ghost of Yotei, the sequel, this year. So PlayStation players are going to be eating really good, and Nintendo Switch players. There's no doubt about that. But let's talk a little bit about it on the corporate side. I'm going to be real with you. Phil Spencer and those other guys at the top levels at Xbox, it might be their job. They might have to do this, but let's be real. These guys have been lying. They have been lying to you. They have been misleading you. This dude went on YouTube, went on this business meeting thing, whatever, last year as an emergency because people were hearing about all these Xbox games going to PlayStation. So they put on this little press conference or whatever, and Phil Spencer went up there and said, "Oh, we're only porting 4 games to PlayStation. Don't think we're porting any more than that. It's only 4 games. We're not porting Indiana Jones or Starfield." He actually said specifically those 2 games. Well, it turns out a couple months later, Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation. Oh, and Forza is now coming to PlayStation. He had to have known that these games were coming to PlayStation. There's no doubt about it. This was only a year ago that he said this. They would have had to have been working on these games for PlayStation at that time. This dude lied to you. At the very least, he misled you if he didn't straight up lie. But to me, misleading, lying by subtraction, lying by omission is still lying. It's still lying. He lied to you. He knew one thing was happening, and he was trying to tell you something else was happening. Now, a lot of people knew that he was bullshitting. Let's be real. A lot of people knew that all these games were going to come eventually, but he didn't tell you that. He tried to tell you that was not happening. So let's be real. Phil Spencer, all those guys at the top, they lied to you, but that's what CEOs do. And it was probably in his job description to lie in that moment. That doesn't make it right. He still lied to you, okay? Simple as that. I think the big question at the center of all this going forward is, what does this mean for Xbox, the Xbox brand, Xbox console? I think these are the big questions to ask right now, because to me it means they're no longer going to make a console. They said they will have future hardware. They might have even said we will have a future console. We've heard rumors about like a handheld coming from Xbox. My opinion is they will make this handheld, and that's the last platform that they will make. They'll have the handheld. They will not make another Xbox console. Unfortunately, I wish they would. Even if I was the biggest PlayStation fanboy in the world, I would still want Xbox to make a console, because it gives competition to PlayStation. It pushes PlayStation to be better. It's also, good just to have more options, to have more places to potentially play games. It's good for gaming, and it's good for the friendly rivalry. It's good for the little competition, the little console war we have going on, because without an Xbox console, there is no console war. I mean, many have said the console war is already over, and it pretty much is, but it's still, it's still nice to have the competition, at least the competition for the companies, to make them be better, make them push, make them try to be more creative and things like that. So there's some good and bads to this whole thing. At the end of the day, there's some positives. More players get to play more games. That's cool. PlayStation players, Nintendo players get to play more games. Really cool. If I was a PlayStation only or a Nintendo player, it'd be the fucking greatest day ever. There's negatives though. It's negative to Xbox owners. It's negative potentially to the future of the console. Maybe less consoles in the future. So there's some good and bad. I would say overall, it's probably not the best thing. It's probably not a good thing, and I don't like it if I had to be objective about it. But we will see what happens. This is crazy. Next up, Halo. Once Halo comes, my God, the world will blow up. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I will be back soon with more. See you later.